Harris, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, National Security, Sustainable Development, Constituency Empowerment, Human Resource Management and Information, the Honorable Lindsay Grant, Minister of Tourism, Transport and Posts, other members of the Federal Cabinet, and I must also mention Senator Dr. Nisbet, Hillary Hazel, Financial Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, and I must also add at home, Mrs. Doretta Freights, Director of Investment Facilitation at Skipper, Pastor Shirley Matthew, members of the media, other government officials, Governor General Deputy, my good friend, Mr. Michael Morton, distinguished guests all, a pleasant good evening. I bring greetings and best wishes from the Chairman, Board of Directors, and staff of the Whitegate Development Corporation. Over the years, the corporation has been implementing a distinctive and strategic approach to development in order to ensure that the land asset is put to its best use. Our successes to date have been founded on having a high standard of proficiency, knowledge of development, initiative, and commitment to the corporation's objectives and plans. The corporation is proud of its corporate and social responsibilities at the local and national levels, and will continue to seek out ways to support the community through a variety of initiatives. Our main community support focus areas are education, community development, healthcare, safety, and security. We are indeed pleased that our strategy is allowing us to pursue the creation of the Federation's first smart community at Brotherson Estate. This pioneering development will feature affordable but smart homes. These units will be equipped with closed-circuit television with smartphone connectivity to enable self-monitoring, remote-activated light bulbs, keyless entry with smartphone apps, Alexa or Amazon Echo integration devices, and other add-ons as requested by the would-be homeowner. To date, all our infrastructure components have been completed: roads, drainage, electricity, water, and communications. The corporation commenced the construction of the first model units just before the end of the first quarter of this year. Units will be delivered in 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom types with add-ons. The average size of a 2-bedroom unit is 1,480 square feet, and to date the corporation has invested some $6.8 million on the project. And this does not include the cost of the units that are under construction. Brotherson Estate consists of 16.36 acres, yielding 68 lots, and is located adjacent to the Ramada Hotel. Early birds special might be available. Conditions apply. Madam Hostess, I apologize for the brief advertisement of Brotherson Estate, but I found it to be compulsory that I use the opportunity to start our marketing. But apart from Brotherson Estate, over the years the corporation has been intimately involved in several development projects and initiatives. And I can mention, for example, Kittishan Hill, then and now, the Hilden Estates Hotel, we call it the Ramada, contributions to the Mary Charles Hospital, contributions toward the construction of the forensic lab at the Tabernacle Police Station, the donation of a vehicle to Dateby Police Station, and I'm sure they will be pressuring for a new one shortly, contributions to all primary school within the Whitegate development space, support for the annual beach cleanup and agricultural open day, and also the annual sponsorship to the Charles E. Mills Secondary School toward their participation in the Inter-School Athletics Championship. Somebody says 6 feet. I can elaborate more on these programs and initiatives, but today we are here to talk about Black Rocks. We're here to recognize the significant investment that government has made in improving black rocks for the benefit of our people primarily and secondarily for the enjoyment of our guests, the tourists. Ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that until recently, Black Rocks was a mere ramshackled venue that really lacked a sense of place. There have been some grandiose ideas that never made it into reality. Ideas for a 5-star cantilevered restaurant over the hillside. Oh, and there was also the idea about lighting the rocks to portray imposing holograms. But our vision for Black Rocks has to do with creating a multi-use space, an artisan village set in a historical landscape during the day, and an avenue for entertainment, leisure, and relaxation during the evening, nighttime, and weekends. If you look around, you will see that we have improved the pasture, constructed chattel house-style retail spaces, including a barbecue pavilion in the background. And of course, we have installed walkways with wheelchair access from the parking area. And the beauty about it is the majestic viewing platforms that have drawn us all here today. All that we have done here has been based on a partnership with stakeholders, including tour and taxi operators, vendors, and of course the people of Bellevue. We thank all for their invaluable comments and input. But one of the most important partnerships that has matured into a marriage has been that one which is forged between the Ministry of Tourism and the Whitegate Development Corporation. Because from our initial meetings, Minister Grant, P.S. Henry, and the team from tourism have embraced the overall vision for Black Rocks. We both believe that if we are to compete with other destinations, we have to create unique opportunities and places. We have to create stories that shape the experiences of our people and visitors. Since the completion of the viewing platforms, I have witnessed droves of individuals and groups taking pictures and enjoying the scenery, most not knowing that all of this was taking place in the countryside. In fact, Mrs. Beulah Elliott she made sure to tell me that she came here to take pictures for her birthday, her recent birthday. So let's give Beulah a round of applause belatedly for her birthday. I have seen people romanticizing during high noon. A mother breastfeeding her infant on one of the lower decks. Fellas having a beer and relaxing. We call it liming. Oh, a viral photo of a young man popping the question to his fiancée on her birthday. Such are the pleasures that the construction of this magnificent infrastructure intended. At this juncture, I must acknowledge the Honorable Prime Minister for the leadership and endorsement of the Black Rocks Improvement Project. Sir, as parliamentary representative and as Prime Minister, but also as Minister responsible for the Whitegate Development Corporation, you have lent your full support to this venture. Come on, we can do better than that. The Board of Directors, management, and staff remain fully committed to the objects and purposes of the corporation. Your support over the past 5 years has been very encouraging. I acknowledge and praise the craftsmanship and commitment of the contractor, Mr. Elvis Manso O'Loughlin. I'm not sure if Elvis is here. If you can step forward and just a bit more, just a bit more. So Elvis has done a remarkable job in bringing the deck to life. His professionalism and competency has made the job easy and has been remarkable. Outside of the scope of the plans, Manso offered valuable suggestions that have been incorporated in the overall design and construction. We say a special thank you to Elvis and his construction team. With regard to the walkways and driveways and the bathroom, we say a special thank you to the team from Creative Engineering, represented by Mr. Kevin Williams, and also Best Built Construction. They too have done a remarkable job and deserve commendation. I must also acknowledge the contribution of the architectural and engineering team from Chance Global Engineering, and special recognition go out to the project manager, Mr. Andre Gregor Willis. Greg has worked diligently to ensure that the design and engineering parameters for the project were met. We also acknowledge the early design and architectural contributions of Ms. Carissa Roberts, and Carissa would have provided the initial design concept for the decks, which to a large extent is what we are seeing this afternoon. Mr. Amit Mohabir of Evergreen Supplies Limited provided valuable advice on the material type, and though not part of the team officially, he has provided guidance during the construction phase. I cannot forget Ms. Tom, who was the unofficial project inspector. Ms. Tom, if you're here, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, constructing the viewing platforms was the easy part. We now have to ensure that we take excellent care of the facility, not just the decks, but the entire block rocks. We urge that the users of the decks treat the space with respect and adhere to all management instructions as prescribed by the Ministry of Tourism. I urge you to take pictures and your memories and leave nothing behind. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon to all. I'd really like to adopt the protocol that has been established